Alright, let's see if we can get this thing put together. My parts came in. I think the O-rings are good. I'll put this piece in, the new lock, whatever the hell you call these things, this guy, and go from there. Oh, I hope my gas don't come out all black again with that damn old piece of fuel line I put on there. Usually I'll shoot those things out with some brake cleaner, and I didn't even think about it the other day. There, see, that's a little better. A little bit better. Alright, let's get the freaking water in here. Man, there's so much unburned oil and fuel and crap in there. When I did the swap on the roller, this roller has no wear marks, but it does have this little ring which used to be at the top, and that's caused by the cam follower here, or the throttle cam. This is the follower, and there's a little ridge of metal that goes all the way across the top right here. It makes that ring, and that's one thing I've always noticed about this motor. It's a pain in the ass to get it right where you want it, and that's because this is wore down. It's that little bit of crap, man. It makes a difference. So I looked this thing up, man. There are none available anywhere. eBay, anywhere. Speaking of eBay, I don't even know if I mentioned it. If you get the part number for any of this stuff, and you don't, you can't get a whole kit, look on eBay. Take the part number, search it on eBay. Primer pump. That's where I got those two parts for a lot cheaper than what they were. MarineEngine.com or Crowley or anybody else. Also, too, what I've been thinking about, I think it was Robert Daniels commented a couple weeks ago, or one of these videos, and he says, it sure is nice, I'm not quoting him, but he says, sure is nice to have the primer pump because the motor's so primed up so quick. You don't have to stand there, like I was saying before. He's right, That's why they came up with this crap. Quicker, more efficient, instead of standing there with that choke closed, pulling on it. No fuel from the bowl has run up in there until I open this thing up. And here it comes. And it's not black. I guess that fuel line's already cleaned itself out. So let's go. Oh, I gotta get it. There we go. There's 1, 2, 3. It's pushed all the way in. All right, here we go. See what we got. Start position. I got to redo this whole thing after the last time I screwed around with it. Ready, set, here we go. See how tight this thing is? Because it's got great compression. Those are new pistons and rings. Recently honed cylinders. Now you see how fast it started? Second pull, boom. You can't beat that. If I had the old school carb on here with that choke, man, if I was lucky, I'd get it. It would have started in, 5 or 6 pulls. And once it's warmed up, though, then you don't have a real problem with it. But man, I'll take second pull any day of the week for first start. So anyway, the last time I screwed around with this, I opened up that butterfly too much. I'm way past the first mark. That's what I just did with the idle stop screw. I opened it up, bring this thing down where the carb's almost closed, where the butterfly is almost closed. It needs to come up just a little bit and get on the timing marks right before that first mark. It's starting to open too far. Right. I mean, it's pretty close right now, but I just got to set that butterfly just to close it just a little bit again. And she should be good. I should be near done. So I'm right before the first mark. See how fast it gets like it gets. Let me give it one shot here. I got it closed too far. Let's bring it up to start position. Yeah, that's closed way too much. Right when you come past that first mark, this thing starts to move, and then it goes close and then back open. There's like a gouge in this thing. There's something that's wore out. It's actually right there, right in the dead center of the 2 marks, right where you want it to open up. Let's do it on start position, see what we got. A little bit more. I can't do it while it's running. It's shaking all over the place. And like I said too in other videos, sometimes you got to set these things where they want to run, not where you want them or the manual tells you, where they want to friggin' run. That sounds better. start dying when it's shifted. It seems like it's running fast enough. It shouldn't be dying. Oh man, yeah, see, I'm still getting unburned oil and gas in here after I just flush this thing out. It's nasty. I know this damn primer ain't freaking leaking. I hope. I don't see any, I think if it did leak, I would see the fuel running through from the bowl. I want to be done. I don't want to keep messing with this thing. I know that's the problem. That damn cam is just wore out. Up there at fast start, man, it should be, if I open the carb up more, then it's going to idle faster. Something ain't right, unless I'm using this needle too lean, sucking too much gas. Anyway, all I can do is fool around with it for a little while. So I'm going to cut everything off. Let my oh boy, his battery's got 7 minutes on it anyway. Cut it off. See if I can come up with something. Something's got to work. Well, I will show you something real quick. This is what I just wiped out of the front of the carb. What the hell is that? It's like green and, oh man, green and white. And what the heck? Right here, it's all like foamy. All right, here's what I did. Pulled everything, pulled this off, pulled the plugs out, got the drill, double checked my spark, looked fantastic. I was just getting so much unburned oil and gas in here. Now, there's a little bit in there right now. Hold on. There's a little bit in there right now. That's a little leftover plus a little adjustment I just did. Put everything back together. Pull the carb off. The bowl that was on there where I had written what jet bowl it was smeared up. You couldn't see it anymore. And then after I realized which one it was, I could see what it was. I had put the original carb bowl on this carb, which was a 67. I never was able to get that thing out. It was mangled up when I tried to take it out. It may even been the 68, the straight 68. I never got it out, so I never knew. But I just assumed when I first got the thing, and I wrote 67D on it. So that carb bowl is way too big for this carb. This carb for 25 horse takes the 49D. Now, I think I just threw that in there one day to see what was going to happen and totally forgot about it. So I took the 49D, which I had on the old school carb, and put it back on here, got it to smooth out. I don't have this hooked up because this bowl doesn't have the threads to plug in the hose, the fuel line going to the pump, I had to take that other bowl and tap that out to get that piece to fit, because I took that piece out of an old fuel pump, but I got it to fit just by tapping it out. And then adjusting the slow speed, I wasn't getting any adjustment at all because it was sucking so much fuel. But first I thought it was the primer was sucking fuel. So I totally took it off, started it up a few times, plugged off the hole. That's why it's still hanging here. There's nothing in it to suck out. Plus it's snap closed. You can't get anything through it. So that wasn't the problem. Anyway, I just stuck it on there to cover the nipple up. So now when I turn the damn slow speed screw in, it's the same top carb, it's just the bowl is different jet. And now when I turn the screw in, it'll give me the lean sneeze. But boy, I got to get way, way, way down there. Now on the old school carb, it was always 1.5. It would get you started. Seat it, come out 1.5. Let the motor warm up, and then slowly turn it in until you hit the lean sneeze. Then you back it out between 1/4 to 1/2 inch. You should find the sweet spot, and it's pretty much the same now. I'm still out 1.5 turns, and it seems pretty good. I don't know when, how, when, why, I forgot. I put that bowl on there with that bigger jet and this carb, which I guess I was thinking, well, it's old school 20, it needs that much fuel, but this type of carb is different. So you got to take everything into consideration. It was all part of the experimenting stuff. I forgot it was on there. You know, it was never the plan to, oh, that's the perfect carb with the perfect jet, I'm going to leave that on. It was never the plan. So it seems to be much better now with the smaller jet that matches the carb for 25. This isn't a 25, but she seems all right here. Just a hair more dialed in. I opened this damn thing up, readjusted it a couple times. Was idling way too fast still, but it was smooth. It wasn't all over the place, and when I revved it up, it didn't like. Let's give it another shot real quick. Sounds good. See, that's what fast start should sound like. Oh, you got a little lean sneeze right there. If I go past the first mark with the roller, it's going to die because the car's going to be too closed. Oh man. Phew. I could do what I did the first time and tap back into the fuel line for the pump. As long as it don't leak, it doesn't necessarily have to come from the bowl. You know, fuel is fuel. You pump a few things in there, you close it up, you're all done. Doesn't matter to me, it doesn't matter if it's coming out of the damn bowl or if it's coming out of the fuel line. Yeah, let's see if I got any. Yeah, I mean, there's like nothing in there compared to what it was. It's still crap floating around. And a little of that was left over. And nothing is in stone there. You know, I just did a quick close on the carb a little bit here. I didn't eyeball anything. Or, you know, the way this thing is too with the cam being wore. I may have to open this thing up a little bit more to get it to run just before the first mark. That's usually where you want it to sit, and then as it rolls in, the carb just starts to open. And it's pretty much there, but it's not precise. That ought to do it. It looks clear. That's sitting on the second mark. It's right in the middle of them. That's the first mark. It's just starting to open. Right there, it's on the first mark. Probably going to be the best place. See how now it reacts before it didn't? That's probably the best what this thing's going to get. So there's a little bit of crap floating in there. That ain't much. It's because I was a little on the lean side on that screw. I've always done my motors a little on the lean side for some stupid reason. I just, you know, like the way the idle picks up a little bit. And it's now, you know, you move it, you know, like this, it's reacting now. I think it's probably about the best it's going to be now. The thing is, drill this damn thing or tap this bowl out so I can put that nipple back on, or just go with the T in the fuel line again. Like I said, I don't think it's going to matter. Anyway, I'm going to sleep on it, I think. I've had enough. All right, I'm off.
Don't forget to subscribe.